Welcome back to Kato Living. MAPS Superintendent Paul Peterson joins Mattea and I now. Superintendent Peterson here to highlight a MAPS column that takes a look at quite a lot. Paul, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks
we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Happy Friday.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got it.
Tell us about this column that you guys got at MAPS.
Yeah, well, first off, thanks for having us back. Mankato Area Public Schools is off and running. We're finishing up week 2.
Wow,
and
crazy.
I know. And this year we want to highlight for all of our community a lot of the different threads and pieces that go into our public school system. And so this month we kicked off with the first day with the first week of school, and we're highlighting the number 175, which is about the number of days a kid spends in school in one school year.
Wow. Right.
Yeah, I know. And when you think back to like when you were in school, you know, you never think like, oh, but we celebrate things like the 100th day of school and the end of school. And as we've really been reflecting on the last several days and weeks, you know, so many parts of school have stayed the same. You know, kids are riding the bus, they're going to school, they're meeting with their friends, but there's been a lot, even since when
the last 5 years,
things have changed, you know, and so we are so, the minutes that we spend with kids, the hours, the days, they're so valuable. And it's just important that we have a chance to talk with our community about what's changed in our schools, how teachers continue to care for kids and are really committed to driving their learning as far as we can get them.
Yeah. Awesome. As this kind of goes on here, what do you hope the community gets out of these newsletters?
Well, you know, the reality of schools is most people who live in the community don't have kids either currently in school or they went to school quite a long time ago. And so it's just good for us to make sure that we're engaging with all of our residents about the strength of all schools, not just in Mankato, but within the region. It's such a critically important part of a kid's growing up. And like what we're trying to message this month, they spent a lot of time with us. And so expectations, they should be high. People should expect that kids are getting a full years of learning for that year with us. And we're hoping to tell some really neat stories this year about all the things that go into putting together a school system.
How much do you rely on other schools, whether it be principals, vice principals, teachers, kind of getting those messages and being able to relay them to the community? Yeah,
you know, for the value that I can provide to talk with all of you and all of your viewers, nothing beats that classroom connection, the teacher connection with parents, with kids, with neighbors across the way. And so our communication system is really multi-layered. I mean, we certainly do district level communication, but teacher communication, principal communication at the school level, we really rely on a lot of print material, but also social media. That has really gone crazy. And having an opportunity to speak with good people like you.
That's awesome. Looking forward, what do you hope this column, how are you hoping to be able to grow the column?
Yeah, you know, what we're really hoping is that our community has a chance to have a better understanding of all of the different elements that go into school. So, like I said, this month, pretty easy. We're just talking about the start of the year and everybody's enthusiasm for what happens within our schools. But then there's also some really big things that happen within a district. When you're trying to determine how much are you going to tax your community, how many buses are you going to run, how many teachers or how much staff does it take to pull off a public school system. So again, we just want to help people understand a little bit more detail as to what goes into educating our community's kids.
For sure. One of the things that I've noticed is MAPS schools across the district have really emphasized safety in the last couple of months. How important is that for you?
It's job one. Yep, it is. And because if kids aren't safe, if the community, absolutely, if kids aren't safe, they're not learning. And so we're so grateful that our community a few years ago invested over $100 million to ramp up our safety and security measures within Mankato Area Public Schools. Really, really important. And we see that on a daily basis. Our kids coming in, sharing information with us, hearing from parents and caregivers, and our staff especially, keeping their eyes open to what's going on with our kids. And when we need to take action, we do so in a responsible, but hopefully a way that our community feels is important.
That's awesome. If people wanted to find this column or future columns, how could they do that?
You bet. ISD77.org is our website. We have all of our news on there, but we also are on all the social media apps as well, telling the good news about our kids.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.